I'm the Irish guy, and right, so the Champions League groups are over. So let's take a look at my predictions, and please tell me I got at least half of them right. Please not another predictions video where it makes me look like a stupid zombie who eats his brain for lunch with a spoon. I mean, in the last predictions video, I said that Emery would be sacked by now.
It's that time of the year when the Irish guy completely embarrassed himself with his UCL predictions.
I am on a mission today, lads. Let's prove this bloke wrong. Right, let's go.
Group A, 4th Copenhagen. Sorry Copenhagen. You might pull off a famous home win over Galatasaray, but sorry, 3 points and out. I mean, if you don't finish bottom of this group, then I will do my food shopping in Tesco wearing nothing but a towel.
No.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh no, it's just Copenhagen. They
put some gloves on.
No, but didn't finish. They didn't finish bottom. They qualified. They came second. No, but you understand? They came second. They qualified.
As this is so annoying. How did Copenhagen finish second in this group? Actual second. This doesn't make any sense. I was 100% positive, without a shadow of a doubt, they would not be getting out of this thing. I was more confident in that than I would be a chimp at the zoo being unable to write a poem. But no, they beat Man United and Galatasaray, snuck a clean sheet away at Bayern Munich. We are one team in, and already their manager Jacob Niestrup has already made me look about as clever as Mike's diarrhea. Oh, I hope he got slapped 7-0 in the next round. That Tesco shopping was cold.
This is too cold. This is too cold.
3rd Galatasaray. I think Galatasaray will push for second until the final day. I reckon they will beat Man United at home in a crazy game. Probably something like a nutty 3-2 or 4-3 win. It'll be an absolute Champions League classic. But yeah, they will fall just short.
Get in! Yes! Oh, yes, it was. It was a weird 3-3 draw and could have wound up being a 4-3 Galatasaray win if Wilfried Zaha had not caught stage fright in front of goal. But yeah, that was a 3-3 draw. It was a 3-2 Galatasaray win at Old Trafford. That was pretty on the money. And yeah, Gala did push for second until the final day. But no, they lost out to Copenhagen, finishing 3rd of 5 points. Okay, right. I've got one wrong, but also one right.
2nd Man United. I see them losing in Germany and Turkey, but they will win every other match and scrape through thanks to a famous last day December win over Bayern in the snow, when the pressure on Ten Hag will be mountainous.
Yeah, the pressure on Ten Hag was mountainous, but they didn't win. Nor was there snow. Just a bunch of depressed Man United fans watching this game with more fear in their hearts than if they were forced to watch the 97-year-old grandma performing in Disney on Ice. She's surely gonna break a hip. Lads, Manchester United should have finished second in their group, so finishing bottom on 4 points is an absolute disgrace. Conceding 15 goals in 4 group games is bordering on poisonous. Lads, I remember when Sir Alex Ferguson embarrassingly finished bottom of a Europa League looking Champions League group, finishing below Villarreal, Benfica and Lille. But at least then, Man United only conceded 4 goals all group long, not 15. They actually picked up 3 clean sheets. They weren't embarrassed in any match. It was failing with dignity, but here, this was about as dignified as if I were to go on live television, admitting that I like to kiss penguins on the mouth.
1st Bayern Munich. Yeah, pretty simple this. They're going to absolutely breeze this group.
Yeah, pretty simple. They won nearly every match. If they just managed to score a goal against Copenhagen at home, they'd have topped this group with the maximum points. But yeah, great work from Thomas Tuchel. And another one right!
Group B, 4th one. Bottom of the group on just 1 point. And I'm sorry to all the beret wearing croissant eating hipsters out there. But okay, then if your beloved lawns do qualify, then I will mow a stranger's lawn wearing a dog onesie.
Lads, this was so horribly close to becoming a reality. I was so close to having to pick dog onesies off the internet because this is a team who began the group on fire. Draws with Sevilla and PSV, beating Arsenal at home. This is a team who's clearly woken up in domestic football too, because yeah, at the start, they very much looked like a bunch of moldy, weary rejects who were going to wind up relegated to League 2. Instead, they're unbeaten in 10 league games. This is title-winning form. Anyway, I was wrong. Lens finished 3rd in the group, although they were so close to 2nd. If only they had not been beaten 6-0 by Arsenal at the Emirates. If only they had not frozen like chipmunks in the snow, then maybe right now, I'd be hopping over some random bloke's fence, armed with a lawnmower and a goofy costume.
3rd Sevilla. This is simply not a good Sevilla team. And their manager, Josie Mendilibar, yes, he's just lifted the Europa League, but you know he's screaming for the sack.
Sevilla are one of the jokes of Europe. The current Europa League champions have failed to win 19 games of football so far this season. They're nearing 3 months now without a win in any competition. They are in serious danger of being relegated. Is this really the romantic homecoming for Sergio Ramos? He'll probably look across the pond at his old Madrid buddy Angel Di Maria, having a beautifully Disney-esque return to Benfica, while he, a 5-time Champions League winner, is just stuck in a failing dressing room, being asked to make small talk with the likes of Adnan Januzaj. Manager Josie Mendilibar was sacked, but no. They finished bottom, failing to win a single match. This is a club who competed in the UEFA Super Cup in August, pushing Manchester City to penalties. This is pathetic beyond belief. And another one wrong.
2nd PSV Eindhoven. Lads, PSV I know they're not qualified for a Champions League group since 2015, but I still fancy them to beat Sevilla twice and breeze in the second.
Lads, this is a great prediction. Lads, PSV Eindhoven are having a sickeningly good season. This club would not win the Eredivisie title in 5.5 years. Guess what? They've won every single league game this season. 15 wins from 15 games. Manager Peter Bosz has guided them into second in the Champions League group. This isn't even a new, suave, up-and-coming, silky new name in football. Nah, this guy is 60 years old, been a manager since 2000, and a year ago was getting binned off by Lyon. So I don't understand how they're top of the league, having conceded only 6 goals. It's monstrously good. I mean, this is the guy who Ajax ditched to upgrade to Eric Ten Hag in 2017. Yeah, right now, Bosz is making Ten Hag look like he's got the tactics of a buttered armpit. Lads, could this be... You know how Nigel Pearson sort of prepared the team who won the Premier League with Leicester? I mean, how much of PSV's success, how much of that credit should we give to Ruud van Nistelrooy? But yeah, they finished second. This is my third prediction right.
First, Arsenal. I've already said it. This is an easy group. Arsenal will be absolutely fine. I reckon they'll top the group with 16 points. They'll win 5 of their 6 matches, maybe settle for a draw in Holland. But yeah, easy. So very easy.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, Arsenal did settle for a draw in Holland, where Mikel Arteta chucked his B team onto the pitch, although I did not see them losing to Lens on match day 2. But yeah, my fourth prediction right. This is starting to look a little better.
Group C, fourth Braga. Oh, Braga. No. Braga will be a complete another joke. Not only will it be a big fat 0 points in the group, but I reckon Madrid will beat them 8-0 at the Bernabeu. Honestly, lads, to prove it, for every clean sheet that Braga keep in this group, I will eat a bowl of ice cream out of a toilet bowl.
Lads, looking back at this group is scary. I talked about Braga the same way that Joey Barton would talk about his daughter's football team, just standing on the sideline shouting at all the 12-year-olds to get back in the kitchen and make him a cake. I thought Braga were going to be a hopeless embarrassment. Just a Portuguese outfit rotting in the side of a cliff, getting chewed apart like banana bread. For every clean sheet that Braga kept, I would eat a bowl of ice cream out of a toilet bowl, right? Thankfully, they did not keep a clean sheet, and were never even close to one. They conceded a goal in the first half of every single group match, but that 8-0 loss at the Bernabeu was actually 3-0. They won away at Union Berlin, finished third on 4 points, so my apologies to you, Braga. I was wrong to so arrogantly dismiss you, as if I were Bill Cosby, knocking back yet another complaint from a woman. So yeah, another one wrong. Braga have made me look like a fool.
Third, Union Berlin. But yeah, I think Berlin will pull off a minor shock. I reckon they'll beat Real Madrid at home, smash Braga home and away, winning 4-0 twice, but they will fall just short because they will bottle both games against Napoli.
Nope. Okay, to be fair, Union Berlin were actually 1-0 up against Real Madrid after an hour, only for Joselu. Yes, Stoke and Newcastle misfits sludge packet Joselu to morph into prime Drogba to net 2 headers. Look, I don't want to diminish his fairy tale career ending after quitting the Premier League, but can someone please check that he hasn't been eating from the same cereal box as Lance Armstrong? Would not be shocked to discover that Joselu is getting fed the same meals as Olympic horses from Cork. Anyway, Union Berlin did not come close to qualifying, bottom of the group and just 2 sad and lonely points. To be fair, if you had just held on to that priceless lead against Madrid in the final match, you would have finished third, and I would look smarter than Hermione, but no, another one wrong.
Second, Napoli. They've lost their manager Luciano Spalletti and replaced him with Rudy Garcia, the guy who was sacked by Al Nassr in the Saudi Pro League. But I reckon this squad will have a drop off this season, absolutely. In comparison to last season, Garcia will have this Napoli squad looking like a bunch of drunken goblins, but still, they'll still have just about enough to squeeze into second. Just.
Yeah. I got this one pretty bang on. Rudy Garcia was a short-lived manager because, yeah, clearly the Napoli squad didn't like this failed Al Nassr coach. To think this guy who Man United tried to appoint before Ralph Rangnick. Yeah, clearly he'd been another stale, humorless interim with all the charm and charisma of a bumblebee at your nan's funeral. In comes failed Watford boss Walter Mazzari, who I thought was cancelled for shooting someone on a film set. But anyway, this wrinkled newspaper of a man has safely guided Napoli through the group into second. I wonder if Watford would have him now. But yeah, another one right.
First, Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid. If they don't top this group, I will let a bumblebee sting me on the tongue.
18 points from a possible 18 points. They won every game, never in doubt. Jude Bellingham ripped the group to shreds. My apologies to the hungry bumblebees, but you'll never get this. You'll never get this. It sounds weird.
Group D, fourth, Red Bull Salzburg. I'm sorry, but this squad is mightily unimpressive. This Austrian unit is going to get absolutely torn apart. Bottom of the group on 2 points, easy.
Bottom of the group on 4 points, but yes, get in. I was worried when they began the group by beating Benfica away from home. But since then, they've absolutely crumbled. They've bottled this. So yes, bottom of the group, get in there. Let's keep this going. I want to get at least half right.
Third, Benfica. Benfica fans are going to think that I'm absolutely insane. Just think, Roger Schmidt's men going to have a bit of a flop season. And yeah, wind up in third.
Yes! Yes! Yeah! this is my best prediction so far. Benfica fans thought I was absolutely nuts. Last season, they topped the Champions League group featuring Juventus and PSG. They soared into the quarterfinals. One of the most exciting teams in Europe. And so me to being able to finish third this season, I just know that if any Benfica fan did watch this video in September, they'd have quickly come to the realization that this internet idiot was probably homeschooled until he was 14. Oh yeah, well, Benfica, after losing your first 4 group games, you should feel lucky to have scraped third based on your head-to-head with Salzburg. Oh, come on. Does this mean that I'm actually going to get a perfect group?
Second, Inter Milan. Pretty simple. Inter Milan will have enough to squeeze through the group. But yeah, Simon Inzaghi's men will still qualify fairly comfortably.
Yes! 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 I'm a genius! Inter Milan might be top of Serie A, but they ain't top of this group. 3 wins, 3 draws. Get in there!
First, Real Sociedad. This is Real Sociedad's first Champions League appearance in 10 years. I think this team are going to be the surprise shock outfit of the entire competition. I genuinely believe that Aguatil is the breakout coach in European football this season. And Sociedad in this competition are going to be saucy.
Am I the only one who tipped Real Sociedad to top this group? I must be the only one. Sociedad have done me proud. I said that they would finish top, that they would be the shock outfit, surprise package of the entire competition. Yes, yes, yes. And I don't think Sociedad are done yet. Again, like Inter, 3 wins, 3 draws, but grinding out that priceless 0-0 draw at the San Siro on the final day. That has meant that I've got the entirety of Group D 100% correct. Get in there! Oh, I'm so happy I got an entire group right. Let's see if I can get another one right too.
Group E, 4th Feyenoord. Sorry, Feyenoord, but I reckon you might beat Celtic at home, but you lose every other match.
You know what though? I was close. I said the Feyenoord would beat Celtic at home, but would lose every other match. They lost nearly every other match. Yeah, they beat Lazio at home too, but yeah, lost the other 4 games. That one game against Lazio. If the Italians just turned up to Holland and actually won the match, instead of slumping to a disappointing 3-1 loss, then I would have been proven absolutely right. But no, third, I was wrong.
Third, Celtic. I think Celtic will beat Feyenoord and Atletico Madrid at home. They'll do themselves proud, and yeah, nick third place with 6 points.
Look, I know that Celtic finished bottom of 4 points, but I was one Alvaro Morata away from acing this prediction too. Lads, Celtic did beat Feyenoord at home, and they drew 2-2 at home with Atletico after Morata equalised in the second half. That's it. I knew they would lose in Holland, Spain, and home and away to Lazio. I was just basing them getting third on those 2 wins at home to Feyenoord and Atletico. They were so close to that. If nasty old Morata had not ruined everybody's fun in Glasgow with that scrappy second half equaliser, then yeah, I would be in line to get this group right too. Damn you, Morata. I hope a werewolf bites off your mum's face. Ah, that was unnecessarily harsh.
Second, Atletico Madrid. So Shorty Simeone's men are going to try and salvage some pride by putting this group to sleep and win it this time, right? Nah, I still don't think so. This is going to be another season where they just slip up and finish second.
Why didn't I just predict Atletico Madrid to win this group? Because they did, with ease. 14 points, scoring 17 goals along the way. In hindsight, me tipping Diogo Simeone, a wily old wolf like him, to trip up and finish as a runner-up. Even I'm questioning whether I drank poison soup before I recorded that vid.
First, Lazio. Do not sleep on the job that Maurizio Sarri is doing at Lazio. I think they will shock everyone to top this group. I reckon Lazio are going to be absolutely quality.
Yeah, Lazio are having a pudding season under Maurizio Sarri. They are 10th in the league. Their chain-smoking boss is literally flirting with the sack, and they haven't been as good at the Champions League as I thought. But yeah, Lazio were unconvincing. Finished second in their group on 10 points. Sigh!
Group F. 4th, Borussia Dortmund. I think Dortmund are going to have a pretty miserable hangover season. Erden Terzic will be sacked by Christmas. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty pitiful, lifeless effort. It's going to be like Klopp's final season at Dortmund. Just... ugh! I think they're going to absolutely fail.
I cannot listen to this anymore. This is hands down the worst prediction in the entire list. Even worse than the Copenhagen one. I said Dortmund would absolutely, unequivocally fail. Yeah, how's about topping one of the hardest Champions League groups of all time? This was the group of death and Dortmund. They finished first with 11 points. This is a terrible prediction from me. Just truly awful.
Third, AC Milan. Anyone who's offended at me tipping Milan not to qualify, I'm sorry, but you've literally just sold Sandro Tonali, your star midfielder, to one of your rivals in this group.
Get in. Get in. Get in. That is important. Get in there! Finally, I've got another one right.
But yeah, this will go until the final game. But I'm sorry, this fragile, naive, young Milan squad traveling to St. James's Park on a noisy, scary Christmas night. They won't stand a chance. This is going to be an historic night for Newcastle. Tune into it. Just 2 weeks before Christmas, in the freezing cold snow. It's going to be crazy. And one of the most memorable nights in Champions League history.
What was my obsession with snow? There wasn't a drop of it all night long. Was it one of the most memorable nights in Champions League history? No. That was the PSG game. No, this one was one of the most crushing, Devastating losses in Newcastle United living history. AC Milan wouldn't stand a chance. Oh no, they literally left with all 3 points and hit the post twice in the final 10 minutes. Did this Irish gargoyle really have to tempt fate?
Second Newcastle. You might say I'm insane, but I'm sorry. No, I genuinely believe they will win their home matches against Dortmund and Milan. I mean, against Milan, I see a last-minute 3-2 win. It's going to be sensational. I also see them holding PSG to a 1-1 draw at St. James's Park, and they'll nick a point at the San Siro, and win at Dortmund to silence the yellow wall. They'll get thumped in Paris, yes, where Dan Burn will absolutely be made to look like a blind postman trying to eat soup with a fork. It'll be a night of embarrassment. It's going to be a humbling... I'm gonna go with a 4-0 PSG win, but I'm sorry, final match day. They will blow Milan out of the water and finish second in the group of death. I know, absolutely mental.
It's heartbreaking. It feels like a relegation, I would imagine. Imagine being a Newcastle fan after last night. Oh! Imagine it! Lads, Newcastle United deserve to qualify from this group. Without a doubt. I said they would nick a 1-1 draw at home to PSG before conceding 4 in Paris. It was the opposite. It was PSG who stole and squeaked a 1-1 draw at home to Newcastle, and it was they who conceded 4 at St. James's Park. Lads, it's soul-crushing to begin the group with a clean sheet at Milan, to then get a historic 4-1 win over PSG, to then finish 4th. I'm gonna say this, Newcastle were robbed. If the referee had not cheated Newcastle out of a win by giving a nothing penalty to PSG in the final minute, then all the Geordies would have needed was a draw at home to Milan, which they would have achieved with ease. The only reason they lost to that sucker punch at the end was because Newcastle were naively chasing the win. UEFA cheated Newcastle out of qualifying. This is beyond cruel. Newcastle should have qualified. Their performances warranted it. They only had off days against one team in the group, Dortmund home and away. In every other match, Newcastle were committed, resilient, incredible, all while balancing a horror injury crisis on their backs. This wasn't like Man United finishing bottom of their group. No, they had nothing to be proud of, and they must feel like shooting Onana in the mouth. They were just defended like a blind bunch of ducks. But Newcastle, this might just be the most unjustified 4th place finish of any football team in Champions League group history. You tell me another team which performed as well as Newcastle, only to wind up finishing last. Go on, I'll wait. I'll be here all day. It's never happened. Seeing them languishing at the foot of the group, it doesn't make any sense. It's just wrong.
First PSG. Yeah, pretty simple this. They'll take the group seriously and yeah, first.
PSG should not have qualified. If that dodgy penalty had not been awarded against Newcastle, they would have finished 3rd on 7 points, and the great Kylian Mbappe would have been tossed into the same European competition as Brighton and West Ham. But PSG, I get it, okay? This would have been beyond embarrassing, but their performances in this group did not merit qualification. For the talent they have in their squad, to have just 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats, they were woeful beyond belief. Also, Luis Enrique should be looking over his shoulder now, because if I'm the PSG owner, after that, I'm very soon going to be giving Jose Mourinho another ring.
Group G, 4th Young Boys. Obviously. You're gonna see before Christmas. Look at the table, okay? Young Boys bottom.
No, Young Boys did not finish bottom. They finished 3rd. Fair play.
3rd, Red Star Belgrade. Again. Obvious.
Nope, they finished bottom with 1 point. They were so bad that they're even letting Micah Hamilton score a goal on his debut for Man City. You know, that former ball boy who Guardiola used to coach on how to throw a ball? Honestly, Micah Richards is no longer the only Micah who scored for Man City. That's weird. I thought Micah was a made-up name. I mean, what do we call Hamilton? Little Meeks?
2nd, RB Leipzig. This is the most predictable group in the list. I'm sorry, but it is. Don't get me wrong. They'll lose 6-1 at the Etihad. And yeah, easy 2nd.
They lost 3-2 at the Etihad, but yeah, they finished 2nd. Another one right.
First, Man City. Treble winners. I know this is the most predictable group. This isn't even a question. Everyone knows exactly how Group G will finish. I'm gonna look back at this video in December, and if I'm wrong, I'll slap myself in the nose.
Ah! Yeah, another one right though. Get in!
Group H, 4th Royal Antwerp. Poor old Royal Antwerp. This is a joke. They're gonna be the worst team in the competition by a stretch. Bottom on 0 points, with the worst goal difference in the whole thing, and with at least 2 6-0 slapping.
I am so glad that I did not make any forfeits based on Royal Antwerp winning a match, because to be fair, up until their final group game, I was sort of right. 5 defeats from 5. No 6-0 slappings, no, but they did lose 5-0 to Barca. But then last night, something really weird happened. They actually beat Barcelona. Yes, the team with Richie Delat at right back, and with their nearly 50-year-old Toby Alderweireld in defense. A bloke whose skin probably feels like touching an elephant's armpit. Vincent Janssen is a disgraced Tottenham flop of a striker. The last I noticed, he'd been banished on loan to fail up front in Mexico. And you hear last night, he was scoring against Barcelona in the Champions League. The Catalans even equalised in the 91st minute. Doesn't matter. Antwerp ran right up the other end and scored the winner for their first ever Champions League win. Amazing. And they still finished bottom, so... get in!
3rd, Shakhtar Donetsk. Don't get me wrong, I think Patrick Van Leeuwen's squad will push Porto all the way. But no, 3rd place in Europa League.
Yeah, I mean, they did push Porto all the way. Beat Antwerp home and away. Nicked a win against Barcelona, but in the final group match, conceded 5 at Porto, and that was that. But yeah, get in! Is this going to be another perfect group?
Second, Porto. Porto will be decent, and will do just about enough to nick second. But as for pushing Barcelona, oh no. Barca will eat them like a meatloaf pie.
Yes! Another one right! Barca did not eat them like a meatloaf pie, no. More like a stringy piece of cauliflower. 2 1-goal wins home and away. They finished second. I was right!
First, Barcelona. So if they don't top this group, then I'm sorry, Xavi should probably have his brain yanked out his nose.
Yes! Lads, under the old rule, if this was purely based on goal difference, then Porto would have topped the group, but weirdly, it's now based on head-to-head, which means that yes, despite embarrassing themselves in Belgium, Barca have topped the group, meaning that I have Group C and Group H 100% perfect. Get in there! Yeah! So, I got 17 right. 17 from 32. That is a score of 53%. That's not terrible, right? I don't think that's bad at all. That's good. I got over half right. Can we put some respect on these predictions? Let me know. Okay, let me know if you think 17 out of 32 is good. I think it. I said Sociedad will finish top. Yeah, I also had to do a naked walking Tesco's. But anyway, all right, listen. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to get a like, as always. I'll talk to you in a while. 17 is good, right? Isn't it?